Okay, തുടങ്ങാം.
A very good morning to one and all. I take this immense pleasure to welcome all with this beautiful morning with new beginning and scope. First of all, I request all of you to mute your mic before we start. A magazine brought out during academic days could be a milestone that makes our growth and unfolds our imagination and gives light to our thoughts and aspirations. It unleashes a wide spectrum of creative skills, especially during this pandemic situation where everything has become an online and virtual exploration. On saying that, I welcome you all to the release of our e-magazine Beyond the delusions of our mind, beyond the labels of gender. Coming together is beginning. Keeping together is progress. But working together is success. It is an indeed mantra. It's good omen to start every occasion with prayer. So let's take a moment to pray to God. Prayer.
प्रार्थना पूर्वं കൂപ്പുകരങ്ങളാൽ തിരുസവിധേ ദൈവികജ്ഞാനത്താൽ ജ്ഞാനസ്വരൂപനാം സ്നേഹദാതാ സ്നേഹവചസ്സുപോലെ അച്ഛൻ്റെ സ്നേഹലാളനം പോൽ നിൻ ചൊരിഞ്ഞിടൂ നാഥ സ്നേഹസ്വരൂപനാം സ്നേഹനാഥ പ്രാർത്ഥന ഞാനണയുന്നു നാഥ കൂപ്പുകരങ്ങളാൽ തിരുസവിധേ ദൈവികജ്ഞാനത്താൽ ജ്ഞാനസ്വരൂപനാം സ്നേഹനാഥ.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I invite Shivapriya to officially welcome you all to this program.
Good morning, all. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. It's a famous word by Albert Einstein. Today, the students of English Optional are proudly presenting our online magazine, Beyond Before You All. First of all, I would like to invite Dr. Sunit Kumar Sir, who gave us necessary instructions, support, and encouragement for the release of this magazine. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to invite our dearest Prashant sir, who is the master brain behind this magazine. We are very lucky to have you, sir, as our chief guest for the release of the same magazine. I heartily welcome you, sir, on behalf of our college and especially on behalf of each and every students of English Optional. Welcome, sir. Then I invite Jay Mohan sir, staff advisor, Anuja ma'am, assistant professor in general education and our class in charge, and Nisha Krishnan, college union chairperson 2019, and all other faculties and union members to this function. At last but not least, I also like to invite all my dear friends who has right here this function. Once again, welcome all. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Shiva. Next, I would like to invite our respected principal, Dr. Sunit Kumar Sir, to deliver the presidential address.
Most respected Prashant sir, Principal KUCT Arya, Jayamon sir, Anuja teacher, my dear teachers and students. These are really happy and proud moments. Our students of English Optional is ready with the magazine, which is to be released today. I can see the pain and sincere effort from the part of the students in this venture. I really appreciate all of my dear students in doing so much of activities and getting engaged to many productive and creative works during these hard times. With this, I declare that the function is inaugurated. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We thank you for giving this opportunity and helping us to bring out this magazine the best way we could. Now, let me invite a very special person who has been our pillar of strength in our beard journey so far. Sir, I'm very happy for your new achievement, and I have the immense pleasure to invite you as the chief guest of the release of our magazine, which happens to be actually your own brainchild. I warm-heartedly invite our dearest Prashant sir to release our e-magazine and to speak a few words for us.
Warm good morning to all.
Morning, sir.
Respected Dr. Sunit sir, Principal KUCT Narbangal, my dear teachers and my dear student teachers. It is so happy to participate this function. First of all, I thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving me such an opportunity to participate this venture.
Thanks.
I am extremely happy because my students, English, my students. I congratulate all my students, especially all students in English optional, to make this magazine a fruitful one. Because I congratulate all students of English optional. Their hard work, their technical skill, and wholehearted. It is appreciable, especially the magazine editor Anso Jose. In this is a special one. The online magazine in our online magazine Beyond is a special one. From the beginning to bottom, each and every page is more attractive, colorful. Their layout are more appreciable. The title Beyond and the subtitle. The subtitle is delicious of or beyond the label of gender. It is the reflection of women empowerment. At the present context, it is more meaningful. So I hope that it is inspired to all students of other optional to make such type of venture in future. At this moment, I extended my gratitude to Dr. Renuka Soni Madam, the former principal of our institution, for her support and encouragement to make it a fruitful one. With my pleasure, with your permission and my pleasure, I release the magazine. Thank you very much.
So you there?
Ashna, hello. Ashna, hello.
Okay, we have co-professional. She's not able to connect to the meeting. So next, we are going to the reflection of this particular magazine. Okay. So, good morning to one and all. This is a special occasion for me, and I am here to give a short summary of our magazine. We, Optional English, are more excited to present the issue of our e-magazine named Beyond. So first of all, I would like to thank Principal Dr. Sunil Kumar sir for all his support and advice for releasing this magazine. And next, I sincerely thank Dr. Prasant sir, now the principal of Ariad College, who first proposed the concept of this wide accessible magazine and made a spark within us. So then I express my gratitude to my dear colleagues for believing in me, valuing my opinions and all. So it has been an amazing journey. So special thanks to Ashna and Sri for helping in technical assistance and scheduling this program. So I'm here to talk about what the magazine is all about. So apart from all of the magazine here, we are presenting the Beyond, which is filled with only a single topic, that is women. All the articles in here, whether it's story, quotes, articles, etc., it's all about her. Excuse me. The name Beyond implies that women have go beyond that. Holds a great significance of women's rights. This magazine is a celebration of our respect of women, appreciation, and so I sincerely thank Surya of Classy for recommending and selecting this title Beyond and subtitles. Subtitles for this magazine. Accepted this particular team that is women, and they all know that empowering women is a great responsibility. We think that like a society is there where women is not taken as granted and are given equal respect. This is because this generation values women. So this subtitle of this particular magazine is like the subtitle of the magazine is like beyond the labels of gender, because of being a woman sometimes we are rejected in some fields of the society. Likewise, one of the definition about feminism is like that a man or woman who says yes, there is a problem to the gender inequality is called feminism. Then why we select the topic women? Why? Just because many think that women don't need to empower women because we are free in the society and society accepts us as we are. So this statement is totally uncertain because many rooted, old-fashioned, false anti-gender equality themes are already persisting in our society. Still they're existing. So moreover, innovation and technology are widening. Women's ideas and experience equally influence the design and application of innovation and shape the societies for the future. That is why here we are speaking about the equality today and every single day. So coming into the magazine through the articles into here, some of the stories titled "The Beautiful Women," "Wind," "The Women Gods," all implies that she is self-reliant and independent in every aspect and are capable of doing everything equal to men. One of the articles, some of the articles titled "Body Shaming: Should Malus not be ashamed of post Shabrimala verdict? Are the Indian women developed? Molestation become a daily routine," etc. Some of the titles are these. These all articles speak about that everyone deserves to have the same access of opportunities, far from sexist discrimination. So one who goes through this magazine, whether it may be women or it may be men, should act against gender inequality. That's what we are focusing about. And in the magazine, a speech titled "Are Indian Women Developed?" shows that women who are still not paid equally for work are there. The article says about that women are not paid equally for the same work that is done between men and women. Some of the poems, there are two poems, and these poems and stories of someone in this magazine are clearly these poems clearly pictures the sexual harassment in the home, workplace, and other fields of the society where women are facing them. So we have in the present scenario, we have seen an increase of complaints of sexual harassment on all the days in news bulletin, newspaper, and all. So this problem, some of these problems are addressing on this magazine. So for this, remedies of this is education. Education for women is very important. That's what we are focusing about. Education is something that is very, really important. There is no greater pillar of stability than a strong, free, and educated woman. So finally, I'm concluding. Through this magazine, we are recognizing the importance of women in our lives and in our society. We hope that this e-magazine or this online magazine will reach to a larger circle of readers, both within and beyond our college. So they said that girls with dreams become women with vision. So may we empower each other to carry out such vision, because it isn't enough to simply talk about equality. One must believe in it first, and it's not simple enough to believe in it. One must work on it. So yes, yet us work together at it, starting at now. So once again, I thank all the my colleagues, my English option colleagues, principal, and all the other staffs who ensured the smooth completion of this voyage. I think what a small summary of this magazine. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Ansu. That was very much full of essence of that magazine. Now we will have a look into our magazine. I request all of you to mute your mic. Thank you. There is a magazine. I hope you all can see that. You all saw that, right? Thank you. Now I request our staff advisor, Jay Mohan sir, to facilitate today's program.
ബഹുമാനായ നമ്മുടെ പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ ഡോക്ടർ സുനിത് കുമാർ, ഈ മാഗസിൻ റിലീസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ഡോക്ടർ പ്രശാന്ത് സാർ, എൻ്റെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട സഹപ്രവർത്തകരെ, പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട നെറ്റ് പ്രോബ്ലം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, കേൾക്കുന്നൊന്നും എനിക്കറിയില്ല. കേൾക്കാമോ? ഹലോ,
കേൾക്കാം സാർ, കേൾക്കാം.
ഞാൻ ഇപ്പൊ കിട്ടിയതേ ഉള്ളൂ. അപ്പോ നല്ല എന്താ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാമാണ്, പരിപാടിയാണ്. പിന്നെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഓപ്ഷനിലാണ് ചെയ്തത്. ഇതിനു മുമ്പേ ഒക്കെ കോളേജുകളിൽ കൈയെഴുത്ത് മാസിക പബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു പരിപാടി ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എനിക്കിന്റെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ആ തീമൊന്നും എനിക്ക് പിന്നെ കണ്ടന്റ് ഒന്നും ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കിയില്ല. എങ്കിൽ പോലും എല്ലാ ഓപ്ഷനിലാരും ഇതേപോലത്തെ മാഗസിൻ പബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്യണമെന്നും നല്ല രീതിയിൽ പിന്നെ എന്താ പറയണത്, നിങ്ങളുടെ പ്രോഗ്രാംസ് ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു പരിപാടി വെച്ചതിലും ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു മാഗസിൻ പിന്നെ റിലീസ് ചെയ്തതിനും എല്ലാവിധ ആശംസകൾ നേർന്നുകൊണ്ട് നിർത്തുന്നു.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Anuju ma'am, Assistant Professor in General Education, to facilitate today's program.
Good morning, all of you. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Our college principal, Dr. Sunit Kumar sir, my colleagues, my dear students. First of all, I would like to congratulate all students, especially the editorial board, that is Anso, Ashna, all students from English optional and our ex-optional teacher, that is your Prashant sir, for giving us such a visual experience in the form of a digital magazine. I congratulate all students. Then I would like to congratulate and my sincere gratitude to our principal, that is Dr. Sunit sir, for arranging such a platform for this magazine release. Once again, I congratulate all students from English optional for this magazine. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, I would like to invite Nisha Krishnan, Chairperson College Union 2019, to facilitate today's program. Nisha, can you hear me? Are you there? Nisha is not there. So we will move on. Dear friends, it is said that when we are beautiful, it's God's gift to us. When we live our life beautiful, it's our gift to God. Therefore, being male is a matter of birth, being a man is a matter of age, and being a gentleman is a matter of choice. Next, I would like to invite Gopika Shaji to talk about the need of women empowerment in the 21st century.
Good morning to all. I am going to say something about the need of women empowerment in the 21st century. Swami Vivekananda said, there is no chance for the welfare of the world unless the situation of women is improved. All through history, gender disparities was a part of an approved men-commanded society. The traditional attitudes of India expect that the role of woman is mainly focused to household activities like upbringing of the children and kitchen work. This partition of work was the main reason why certain evils like Bal Vivah, dowry system, Sati Pratha, etc. look birth in your culture. From the previous couples of millenniums, women's position has been liable to numerous immense change in India. Women delighted to equivalent positions with men is ahead of schedule Vedic period. The position of women began to decrease with invention of Mughal. Reformatory movements were taken by Rajaram Mohan Roy, Pandita Ramaphosa, Guru Nanak, Jainism and others did give a little relief. British enacted some laws such as an abolition of practice of sati, widow remarriage act, etc. The true change came after independence. After independence, policies and programs exist at the panchayat level, state level, and national levels in many sectors to improve women's status. But there exists more extensive gap between policy advancement and its genuine usage at the general public level. We need to change the standard depiction of women as a dynamic object. The 21st century needs to witness the grassroots lady accomplishing the increasingly elevated top positions of achievement. Women empowerment is the process of empowering women. Empowerment can be defined in many ways. However, when talking about women's empowerment means accepting and allowing people who are on the outside of the decision-making process into it. Women's empowerment is the most crucial point to be noted for the overall development of a country. Many celebrities are all for girls' power, such as Lisa Koshy and Lizzie Singh. This puts a strong emphasis on participation in political structure and formal decision making, and in the economic sphere on the ability to obtain an income that enables to participation in economic decision making. Empowerment is the process that creates power in individuals over their own lives, society, and it's their community. Peoples are empowered when they are able to access the opportunities available to them without limitations and restrictions such as in education, profession, and lifestyle. Feelings entitled to make your own decisions creates a sense of empowerment. Empowerment includes the action of raising the status of women through education, raising awareness, literacy, and training, and also give training related to defense ourselves. Women's empowerment is all about equipping and allowing women to make life determining decisions through the different problems in society. Empowerment of women is important for decision making in relation to health seeking, family planning, nutrition, and economic issues, not only for her but also for the family. Women's empowerment in India is heavily depends on many different variables such includes geographical location, educational status, social status, and age. Policies and empowerments of women exist at national, state, and local levels. Still, women face differentiation in many sectors like health, educational, economic opportunities, and political participation, which shows that there are significant gaps between policy advancements and cultural practice at the community level. The women are increasingly entering the workforce, particularly women professionals who are creating phenomenal changes at the state and national level. Also, the higher level educations in science, engineering, law, aerospace, etc. should reach the larger level to women at par with religion, caste, and creed. Moreover, women's safety and security need to addresses by the government and ensure to all level continuously in India. This by combining the rights to education with rights within education, women can achieve their rights and become empowered in future. Thank you.
Thank you, Gopika. Your words reflected very much from the beginning of the journey of empowering women. Thanks for those powerful words. Next, I invite Kasturi to recite a poem for all of us.
Good morning to one and all. Today, I am here to recite a poem, The Dream with the Calm Diggers by Sylvia Plath. Plath, as we all know, is a woman poet. She's a confessional poet, and even this poem, she reflects the life of a wanderer who comes home after a long journey. Dream with the calm diggers. This dream budded bright with leaves around the edges, its clear air winnowed by angels. She was come back to her early sea hometown, scath stained after tedious pilgrimages. Barefoot, she stood in the shock of that returning, beside a neighbor's house with the shingles burnished as glass. Blinds lowered on that hot morning. No change met her, garden terrace, all summer, tanned by melting tar. Slope seaward to plunge in blue, fed by white fire, the whole scene flared, welcome to the roamer. High against heaven, gulls went wheeling soundless over the tidal flats where three children played silent, shining on a green rock bedded in mud, their fabulous heyday endless. With green rock gliding, a delicate schooner, decked forth with cockle shells, they sailed till tide formed round their ankles, and their fair ship sang, its crew knelt home for dinner. Plucked back thus sudden to that far innocence, she, in her shabby travel grab, began walking eager towards water, where there, one by one, calm diggers rose up out of the dark slime at her offense. Thank you.
Thank you, Kasturi. Now I would like to invite Abhirami to talk about learning competence in India.
Good morning all. Today I am going to talk about the article Improving Learning Competency by Meenakshi Lekhi. India is one of the few countries that have brought out policies in alignment with the Sustainable Development Goals adopted by United Nations in 2015. NEP 2020 is yet another historic step towards realizing SDGs. NEP has been carefully crafted to give our children the best of the both worlds. The rich heritage of ancient and eternal Indian knowledge and modern technology of providing freedom to choose, the pursuit of knowledge, wisdom, and truth is overtly visible in the policy. The NEP lays emphasis on the development of the creative potential of each individual. It is based on the principle that education must develop not only cognitive capacities, but the foundational capabilities of literacy and numeracy and higher order cognitive capacities such as critical thinking and problem solving, but also social, ethical, emotional capabilities and disposition. With the quickly changing employment landscape and global system, it is becoming increasingly critical that children not only learn, but more importantly, learn how to learn. Education system of India needed overhauling for a long time by following a 10+2 scheme of education, which will now be replaced by pedagogical 5+3+3+4 system. Currently, the children in the age group of 3 to 6 are not covered in 10+2 structure as class 1 begins at the age of 6. In the new 5+3+3+4 structure, a strong base of early childhood care and education from age 3 is also included, which is aimed at promoting overall learning, development, and well-being. The policy also honors native Indian languages and promote teaching in mother tongue regional languages at class 5 to see society's fixation with English as a medium of education and often as a measure of competence. The best feature of the policy is the abolition of stream system, which forces children to study a prefixed set of subjects at +2 level by choosing either science, commerce, or humanities, which mark earning through muck and puck methodology. The glamorization of the science as a stream, the hierarchical nature of the stream belittle other sets of qualities. This policy is a step ahead to vertical where no subject is superior to another. The NEP also gives freedom to choose individual subjects, say physics with geography or accountancy with chemistry at the +4 level to create unique skill sets for each individual. This will not only see the pressure on students to prove their worth by taking the science at +2 level, but also trash the rampant system of demanding cash by schools with low scores in their high school examination. Minorities also comparatively unrepresented in the schools and higher education. The NEP acknowledges the importance of interventions to promote education of children belonging to all minority communities and particularly those communities that are educationally unrepresented. The NEP has been launched with a goal to improve learning competence of individuals. The NEP envisioned a significant increase in public investment in education by both the central and the state government. The proposal that the center and the state should work together to increase the public investment in educational system to 6% of GDP at the earliest is unique in its own right. This will provide to extremely critical for achieving high quality and equitable public education system that is truly needed for India's future economic, social, cultural, intellectual, and technological progress and growth. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhrami. That was really very much informative and very much relevant for the people who are in the education field, just like us. Now, I invite Srikuti MV to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, one and all gathered here. I am glad to hear to deliver the vote of thanks for our magazine release. It is a great honor and privilege for me to propose vote of thanks on this occasion. On this wonderful morning, I would like to thank all of you. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty for making this occasion possible. We take this golden opportunity to thank the respected chief guest of this function, Dr. Prashant Sir, Principal of KUCT Adyar, and our former tutor for attending this function in his busy schedule. Thanks for releasing our magazine, sir. This is a special occasion for our English optional. We will cultivate the advice you give us. Thank you, sir, for your motivation and valuable support. Thank you very much, sir. I express my sincere gratitude to our respected principal, Dr. Sunit Kumar sir, not only for spending his time with us today, but also for encouraging to conduct this function. Thank you for your valuable guidelines. Thank you, sir. And also thankful to KUCT Nedbanga team for the precious support. It is my pleasure to thank our respected teachers on and off the stage, especially Anuja ma'am, not only for participating, but also for guiding and helping us. Thank you all teachers. I believe that our magazine entitled Beyond will give you a wonderful reading. I hope all of you love the magazine. I would like to give special mention to Anso George, magazine editor, for converting our e-magazine into a video version too. It will later upload to our YouTube channel. I thank all my classmates and sir for making this magazine possible and making it a huge success. Last but not least, I extend my gratitude to my fellow students for enthusiastically participating in this function. Without you, the function could not be a success. I am very glad and thankful for all participants for their valuable presence and support, which is highly appreciated. Thank you all hoping the same response from your side for our future events too. Thanks a lot for making this even more beautiful. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you, Srikuti. On behalf of English Optional, I thank you all for joining in this virtual journey. Thank you.